Hurt my hand. Alright, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here, and Nick, my tribal chief. He's here. Alright, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here, and Nick. Back again with another video, my second video of the night. This time on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are in my pants, down in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share the video all over the goddamn internet. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell and treat it like it's your bitch, or hit it like a home run. Bam! Home run. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So hit the bell, get notified of what's happening, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, Nick says showtime! Yes, not at the Apollo, but showtime. And we got the Prince in the chat. Prince Idol is in the chat. He's happy that his cousin is on AEW television. Well, tomorrow Swerve is going to be on. Isaiah Swerve Scott, taking on Tony Nese tomorrow on Rampage. So, got Swerve's AEW debut against one of his rivals back in, 205 Live, and, well, not really 205 Live, in NXT. Tony Anthony Nese, whatever you want to call him. That should be fun. So, it's all good in Prince Idol's house. In the Palace of Wisdom. But it is what it is. Alright, so I hope everybody had a great Thursday. It's just about to hit Friday morning. It's almost midnight here in the Northeast. March the 10th. Well, now it's March the 11th, 2022. So, happy, well, sort of, soon be, well, Friday. Whatever it is. But, anyway, hope you had a great day. I had a pretty decent day. And, can't wait for tomorrow. Payday. So, get that moolah that you wish you had. Then have a great weekend. And that's all I gotta say about that. Keep going. And, focusing on that, not, anything else. And that's, pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, so on this Thursday, late Thursday night, or early Friday morning, if you would want to say. It's still midnight. But anyway, on this second video of the night on the Peter Gilmore channel, thank you all for watching. It is time, right now. Get ready. Buckle up. I hope you have a cold beverage, or something. I don't have anything with me today. Nah. I just had a, I just had a sandwich earlier, so I'm full. But anyway, on this late night, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for March the 9th, 2022 from Fort Myers, Florida. So, alright, so this is the aftermath of a very good Revolution pay-per-view this past Sunday. Freaking epic pay-per-view. So, we're on the road to, well, Double or Nothing. We got a few pit stops on the way. We got St. Patrick's Day Smash next week. And then in April, we got Battle of the Belts 2. Gonna be in Texas. And then we'll be on the road to Double or Nothing in Vegas on Memorial Day weekend. There you go. Well, and the Dynamite and Rampage in Vegas before the Memorial Day weekend. So we got all that. We got a comment, I guess, and see. Prince Idol says, yes, the Palace of Wisdom and the home of all black ninja samurais. Okay. Sounds like a great place to be. Not like Casa del Gilmore, but, But I digress. Alright, we got the Tribal Queen in the chat. Lauren's here. So what's up, Lauren? How you doing? On this on this great night. Before I get to the review, check out my the previous video I did a little bit earlier, about almost an hour ago. It's on the TGC Reborn channel, TGC 220, talking about baseball coming back. Yes! So I talked about Major League Baseball finally coming to a collective bargaining deal. They're about to sign it. They had to ratify it, so I don't know if they ratified it yet, but I think they will. Because we want to get baseball here, come on. But, yeah, so they signed a new collective bargaining agreement. I don't know how long that's going to last, but in any event, baseball's coming back April the 7th. For your baseball team that you like, the Mets, the Yankees here in the Northeast, the Red Sox, even JD's Braves, defending their rented title. You ain't gonna do it this year, giving it back to us. Oh, baby, I can't wait for April 7th. DeGrom, and then Scherzer on April the 9th. I hope they sweep the Nationals. I really hope they do. If you got DeGrom and Scherzer one back-to-back, don't even show up. Now, speaking of not showing up, I don't even think the fans are going to show up, because they've been pissed for the last 3 months with that asshole Rob Manfred. He comes out today and he says, "I'm sorry, fans. I'm so sorry. Stick it up your ass. Stick it up your pie hole, Rob Manfred, you idiot. 98 days, couldn't even get a goddamn deal done. And then finally, the players gave us something. Oh, okay, we're good with that. Because you got scared of Uncle Stevie Cohen, that's why. And Stevie Cohen, he wanted a 4th-tier luxury tax. I think they got it. So now he's basically Thanos now. Snap his finger, he'll get another guy, probably by tonight. Or tomorrow, by the weekend. I mean, free agency's still open now. Hey, Freddie Freeman, you want to come to the Mets? Come on down. Chris Bryant, you want to come to the Mets? Come on in. Anybody else? Come on into Flushing, New York. At Citi Field. For the Mets, and that's all I gotta say about that. But it's gonna be great. Coming up in about 4 weeks or so. So I don't know if spring training is happening. I assume it would be because they got 4 weeks to the season. They gotta get prepared and everything. So I would think it should start probably on Monday. I didn't hear anything about spring training games starting. Nick, if you know, or Lauren, or even Prince Ino, if you know, let me know. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Lauren says Padres, Yanks, Sox. Is that the Red Sox or the White Sox? I would assume the Red Sox. But Padres, I don't know. How could you be a fan of the Padres? Yeah, but it's your team. That's fine. As far as the Yankees go, well, fuck you. I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm a big-time Met fan since 1981. That's a long goddamn time. Oh yeah, I forgot Lauren was born in California. My bad. So she likes the Red Sox. I like the Red Sox too when they play the Yankees. Yeah, that's always fun. That's always fun to see that, but it is what it is. That's it. But that's 86. Yes, 86 Mets. I was actually at Game 6 and 7 when they won Game 6. I mean, the freaking Chase Stadium, probably one of the greatest baseball stadiums in history, next to Ebbets Field, of course. And Fenway Park and Wrigley Field. I mean, but I think the top is probably Chase Stadium and Ebbets Field, top 1, 2 right there. But I mean, I was there, Game 6, with my dad, and we didn't have great seats, by the way, But at least we were there. We saw, they tied it up in the I think it was the 9th or the 10th inning. And then, what happened then, Mookie, dribbler down the line, it gets to Buckner, here comes Light, And they won Game 6 in dramatic fashion. They went on to win Game 7. And that place was rocking. I mean, it was so loud when they won the World Series, you couldn't even hear yourself think. I mean, that place literally shook. I mean, really shook. Even in 2000, when they went to the World Series, when they won the National League Championship, then they played the Yankees, and the Yankees won on a field, but it is what it is. But, 2015, 69, the Mets have won 2 titles. That's fine, I don't care, but at least, 69 and 86, I'll go with that, but, I could use one, before I croak, but, which won't be anytime soon there, trolls. Sorry. But, I digress. Anyway, yeah, 86 Mets were great, probably one of the greatest Mets teams ever, next to 69, of course, but we got that. Oh, wait a minute, I just saw this. Hold on. We got breaking news from Prince Idol. He says, bro, because I like you, I will give you breaking news. That hearing it from the horse's mouth, the next guy to come over to AEW is John Hennigan, John Morrison, and his wife, Taya Valkyrie. Also, Rob Van Dam and his hot-smoking wife, Katie Forbes. Holy shit. Well, I mean, that's fine and dandy, Katie Forbes there, but just for, to shake her hot fake ass and fake boobies, but she follows me on Twitter, by the way. I mean, come on. But it is what it is. But yeah, Morrison and Taya Valkyrie, or well, yeah, Taya Valkyrie. I don't want to use her other stupid name from NXT. They're coming to AEW along with Cesaro. Pretty soon, I would think Cesaro is going to go there. I would think. Unless he goes to Impact, or Japan, or maybe MLW, but yeah, but that's big news from Prince Idol. I hope it comes, I don't want to say, I don't want to say it's, it's not gonna happen. I'm taking it from as Prince Idol's telling me. John Morrison, Taya Valkyrie, RVD, and Katie Forbes are all going to AEW. He says, I'm not lying to you. Okay. That's it. So that's breaking goddamn news, and you heard it here first, not from Schmuck's View, or anybody else, JD, or any other guy. I mean, big ups to Joe Cronin, of course, but JD can rape a cat. Well, I could care less, but JD's an idiot, and his Braves are idiots too. It is what it is. I give you the news as it comes. I try to get it out as quickly as I can, before, as I can, if JD gets it first, or Joe gets it first, or even, that other guy gets it first, but, nobody cares about him, but I'm the news guy here, so, it is what it is, but that's pretty big news, pretty big news for, four big stars, and more coming to AEW, and that roster is going to be massive. And think about it, Cesaro could go back to Ring of Honor. Think about it. He wasn't, not original, but, he's been there with Punk. So, maybe a reunion in Ring of Honor. We'll see. Maybe at Supercard of Honor. Hey, maybe Morrison could go to Ring of Honor. Maybe Taya Valkyrie could go to Ring of Honor and be in the women's division. You never know. Or Impact, or they may be going back to Impact, but if Prince says they're coming to AEW, I don't even think they want to go back to Impact. But it is what it is. Okay. Lloyd says I went to school with his cousin. Whose cousin? That's cool. Anyway. Prince Idol says, bro, that's what my cousin said. They're going to be a guest on his podcast soon called Swerve City. Oh, I gotta check that out. Is that on Spotify? If it's on Spotify, I'll download it. But we'll see what happens with that. Okay, Lauren says Morrison and Ms. Morrison. Damn, I'm going to watch it. Watch and comment. Okay. Lauren says Impact. Then actually ROH, Cesaro, ROH, Cesaro. Oh, Mike Piazza's. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool. All right, but like I said, if you're just watching this or you're gonna watch this later, or even tomorrow, but breaking news from my good buddy Prince Idol, Rob Van Dam, Katie Forbes, and John Morrison and Taya Valkyrie all going to AEW. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Yeah, I figured that. I figured that, Prince. They have to finish their 90-day non-compete clause before they can sign to any company. Yeah, exactly. They got released like what, 2 months ago? I think it's almost coming to an end. I think probably be, if they do come to AEW, it'd probably be in April. I think. I don't think it'd be any later than April or maybe May, but we'll have to see. But that's that's good. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's get into this review and let's not waste any time. Because I got things to do and hold on, my. That's weird. That is very weird. I'm still live, but I'm looking at my desktop computer and it's showing that's not there's no internet access. But I'm still live. I'm in live on my phone. I can go off my phone. That's fine, but just can't do anything regarding my desktop. It sucks, but I don't need it at the moment. Prince Idol says, and they're still working on getting Brian Kendrick and Paul London. Oh, I would love Kendrick and London back together as a tag team. I would love that. The longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions until the New Day crushed that. It is what it is. But they were great back in the Ruthless Aggression era. SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I think one of them was the lightweight champion. Good stuff. Lauren says R.I.P. Ashley. Who's Ashley? I don't know. Who's Ashley? Ashley Simpson? I don't know. Not Bobby Lashley or anything like that, but. Let me know who's Ashley. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, let's get to this thing. Alright, so we're from Fort Myers, Florida. And our commentary team, as always, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Tony Baloney, the legend, wait for it, legendary Tony Baloney Schiavone, and good old KR, and that's it. Oh right, Ashley Massaro, yeah, I remember Ashley Massaro. That's probably one of. Let me see. I'm thinking that's probably in my top 5 on Metal God 669 of my rest in peace videos that I do. I think it's number 3 behind my rest in peace video for Joni from Happy Days. That's number 1. Well, that's actually tied for number 1 with Trish Doan from Kitty, who passed away years ago. Joni from Happy Days died a few years ago. That's number 1. Number 2 at 1,300 views. And then at number 3 is Ashley Massaro, who's getting close to 1,000. But that's been, years ago, but just saying. Lauren said she knew her. I used to knew her. No. Yeah, Ashley Massaro was, I think she was a very professional person, very kind. I always wanted to meet her, because she did some. She did a WOW show, but I was, I think, in Staten Island, but I wasn't around with her. But sadly, she passed away, and yeah, at least she was Divas champion. What are you gonna do? And Playboy Playmate, nothing wrong with that. But I digress. All right, but I think it's the anniversary of Ashton Wasari's death, somewhere around this time. But this was all right. So we got JR, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone on commentary as always, and we start off the night with Chris Jericho, Le Champion, the influencer, the demo god, among his other monikers. He comes out, everybody's singing, Judas is my mind. He comes out, looks like he's Jericho from 1990, not even 1990, 1997 or 98, with the long hair, looked like it was 10 years before. Okay, Prince Idol says Miro will return with his wife. Yeah, Miro signed a new contract with AEW. I think it was a multi-year contract. And it was only a matter of time. I knew Lana or CJ Perry was gonna come with him, so. You know what that means? When they have a match, Miro smash CJ Perry pussy. Yeah! That's coming. I can't wait to say that all the time. But unless it's on Dark and Elevation, which I barely watch. Sorry. But yeah, that's great, man. A lot of husband and wives are coming into the freaking AEW. RVD and Katie Forbes, John Morrison, and Ty Valkyrie, and now Miro. Well, Miro was there. Now CJ Perry's going to be there, or Lana. But they're going to use her real name, obviously. They're not going to just say, "Hey, it's Lana." But it is what it is. All right. So that's more breaking news tonight. More just great stuff. So thank you to Prince Idol for the breaking news. All right. So we get to Chris Jericho. He comes out, says he has a stiff neck from his match with Eddie Kingston. Sore, all that stuff. He said the match was probably one of the best matches he's ever had. Then he mentions that after the match he was pissed off and he was all pissed off and didn't shake Mr. Kingston's hand, and he wants to apologize. He wants Eddie to come out and shake his hand. So on cue, Eddie Kingston comes out, and then he gets really deep. Talks about the Friday before the pay-per-view, he didn't want to show up. Then the fans, these moronic, idiot, stupid fans, they're like, what? And then, Eddie being a professional saying, let's be respectful here, Steve Austin's not here. I mean, show some decorum, please. Was it WWE Marks in the crowd in Fort Myers, Florida on Wednesday? I mean, come on. Morons. So anyway, Eddie talks about how 4 people came up and said they didn't kill themselves for his Players Tribune piece about depression and his mental illness, which I thought was great. He said he went to his hotel room, and he's like, oh, you make all the fun you want. I'll still kick your ass. He says he cried after the match, and it was the biggest night of his career. He said the match was... The match mattered even before the handshake because that was a Chris Jericho thing. Eddie says that he wanted the Jericho who was in the Super J Cup a long time ago as Lionheart. He wants to know how Jericho could fill in the hole in his chest that wouldn't let him shake his hand. So Jericho thanks him for the match. He shakes his hand. Then 2.0 and Daniel Garcia come out, beat the crap out of both of them. And I'm like, well, I guess somebody's going to have to come out and stop this. So Santana and Ortiz, LAX come out for the save. They hand Jericho a bat. So basically it's like a maybe 3-on-3 or 3-on-4, 4-on-3, whatever it is. So really the inner circle, with the remnants of it, was still around kind of. So Santana and Ortiz give Jericho the bat. They hold Garcia up, and Jericho's about to pop him one right in the mouth, but he hits Santana right in the face, and takes him down, and then 2.0, Daniel Garcia, and everybody just beating the crap out of Eddie Kingston and LAX. Then Jake Hager, the people, he comes out and he's like Jericho, he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on? And then he turns heel. Well, he was still a heel. Well, he turns heel as everybody else did. Beats up on Ortiz and Santana. Everybody's beating the living crap out of them. And then Jericho hits Eddie Kingston in the, it looked like the eyeball, somewhere around the head, because Eddie was like this. And that. Then they get the ringside table. Then Jake Hager, they pick up Kingston and almost dropped him, and then freaking Hager was gonna powerbomb him through the table, and it looked like he lost his grip, and Kingston went head and neck first right through the freaking table. He almost missed the table. Very scary spot. But thankfully Eddie's not hurt or anything like that. But it is what it is. So they wipe him out, and then Jericho dubs the new Inner Circle as the Jericho Appreciation Society, and he says, that's entertainment. I don't like that name. They had a great chance to call this the Inner Circle 2.0. Why didn't you think of that there, Jericho? Tony Khan? I mean, come on. Smart. Come on, be smart. And that's it. So we're going to see what happens with all of this. This Jericho Appreciation Society, or JAS, I guess you can call it. What's going to happen now? The feud's going to continue with Eddie Kingston, now with Santana and Ortiz, but basically it's like 5-on-3, so I don't know who else is going to join them. So I guess we'll have to see either on Rampage or on Dynamite next week. So that's that. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Just I kind of figured that that Jericho was gonna turn, but it is what it is. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, let me just see if anything else. Okay, all right, let's get this. All right, I'll get to. Let me do the review when I get to the comments later. But just be on the lookout for douchebags. Alright, so like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, after that, we get a video from our good buddy CM Punk, who's happy with the dog collar match. Great match, probably match of the night. Pinning MJF thanks to Wardlow. So he's happy with the match, and says, this is a new version of him. Wonder what's going to happen now with Punk. Is he going to go after the belt now? But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to our first official match of the night, which I don't know why this was the first match and why it was placed here. So we got for the AEW World Heavyweight title, Hangman Adam Page just coming off a match with Adam Cole, baby. He takes on, well, the so-called number 1 contender, well, number 2 contender, I should say, Dante Martin of Top Flight. Match wasn't all that good. Dante using his speed and the flippy dippity doos and all that stuff. I guess like kind of heavyweight like Adam Page's. But it was still a decent match, not great. Page goes for a buckshot lariat, gets broken up. They head back outside. Martin has to duck a forearm. And he goes for the springboard, that springboard move he hits. That gets broken up, which allowed Adam Page to go on the apron, flip in the ring, hit the buckshot lariat, and turn Dante like 360. Good, I mean, he sold that very well. And Page retains the title in about 7.5 minutes. So there you go. Not a great match, but like I said, I don't know why this match was first. But obviously, you know, you had Sammy Guevara and Scorpio Sky for the TNT title in the main event. You know, could have switched that a little bit. But I digress. Alright, so we'll move on. So I gave that, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, after the match, Adam Page calls Dante back to the ring, says that he knows Top Flight is back, but if Dante makes it back to the title scene, he would love to do this again. Let's see what happens. They shake hands, and then Adam Cole, baby, comes out. He's not happy, obviously. He says he's ready to go right now. Actually, I think Adam Page said, I'm ready right now, let's go. Cole's like, that's not good for me, but he challenges Page to a 6-man tag team match, and Page can pick any 2 partners he wants. Obviously, it'd probably be the Dark Order, but we'll see. And Cole is going to have one of the best tag teams in the world as his partners, though he doesn't say who it is yet, but then he says he promises to make Page's life a nightmare until he is the AEW Heavyweight Champion. So, you know, there's going to be a rematch, probably at Double or Nothing, or maybe Battle of the Belts, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we got that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to match number 2, Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley with William Regal, Mr. Regal. Hello, Sunshine. I can't do his impression, I'm sorry. So they're teaming up for the first time to take on the Workhorsemen of JD Drake and Anthony Henry. They faced the Briscoes, got beat the fuck up. But I digress. You know, there was Drake and Henry did a little bit of moves and everything, but you know, basically this was a squash match, if you will, a 4-minute squash match. Danielson hits the Buzaki knee on Drake, and as Moxley hits the paradigm shift on the floor to Anthony Henry. And then Danielson just stomps the living crap out of JD Drake, kicks his head in. Then he sets up for the bell lock, and JD Drake tapped out easily. So they get the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. That was it. Afterwards, a very long promo by Mr. Regal. Tony Baloney's in the ring, and they talk about it's been 29 years since I came to America. He's 53 years old. I didn't even know that. 53, Mr. Regal. I thought he looked like 60, but Mr. Regal is 53. Shocking. So he doesn't have much time left in the ring due to a lot of empty bottles and a few broken hearts. Yeah. I haven't been there, but, you know, I know about broken hearts and everything, but anyway. And then he messes with Tony a little bit and says, I see you haven't found a decent tailor in all that time. I thought he was going to say something bad about it, like, you haven't got laid in like 29 years or something like that. Yeah, but Tony Schiavone has kids, so he's legendary. He's a legendary guy, so it is what it is. So he thanks Tony for helping him get into the wrestling business in America before moving on to something more important. So he's been checking out. He has been checked out of wrestling for 2 months, but someone told him that Danielson mentioned him on Dynamite. So he goes on a whole thing about Danielson being the perfect wrestler. Okay. He talks about Danielson, he talks about Moxley being, this gritty, vicious, guy, and then teaming them together and just, watch out. Then he says, step up, you will not like the outcome, step up or get stepped on. Which I think he said back in WCW, but. So, very long promo by Mr. Regal, but, got to a point, but it is what it is. So that's pretty good. So the sky's the limit for Moxley and Danielson, and we're going to see what happens with them. Their viciousness, if you will. That's that. Alright, after that, we go to the back. We have the Dark Order. With a lovely energy there, too. They're talking, and then they're talking about Adam Page, and Adam Page comes in. And, so I think Johnny Silver, asked him who would be picking the team with them next week. So So Paige says, well, I just ran into Jurassic Express who wanted to fight the Young Bucks anyway. So the Dark Order are not pleased. And if you look at Alex Reynolds, he's like, son of a bitch. You know. But they're like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to team with us. Well, we'll see you later. We'll see you on BTE. Okay. So I don't know what that situation is gonna what's gonna happen with that. Really, the Dark Order is kind of becoming stale. I have to say. I mean, all those guys and girl, Anna Jay's, she's basically relegated to Dark and Elevation now. Sometimes on Rampage, sometimes on Dynamite. Not much, but it is what it is. And the Beaver Boys, Alex Reynolds and Johnny Hungy. Here and there they'll have matches. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, the Super Smash Brothers, barely seen on TV these days, but. And then, that douchebag Colt Cabana. Barely see him, so. I mean, really, should the Dark Order even be around anymore? Should they just break them up? Can't turn them heel, like, why? Why would you do them? Does Adam Page have to go through the entire Dark Order to retain his title? I mean, come on. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see about that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars as well. Alright, then we get to our next match. Wheeler Yuta taking on the Bastard Pac. Thanks for coming there, Wheeler Yuta. We saw Orange Cassidy, down at the ring, and we found out that Orange Cassidy's gonna be out a while because he has a shoulder injury from that horrific spot that he took, where he just got launched in the air and he just came down on his shoulder on the floor. So he's gonna be out a couple of weeks. No surgery, thankfully, but so he came out, with the rest of the best friends, Chucky T, Trent, and Mr. Danhausen. I will curse you. And also with Chris Statlander. And Pac came out with Pentagon Oscuro, was Pentagon Dark, and Alex Abrahantes, or as I call him, Darth Maul. It is what it is. Basically, I mean, why did he have this match? Why? I mean, it felt like an old school PWG match because both of these guys were in PWG. So, I mean, Pac just beat the crap out of this guy. He German suplexes him a lot for near fall. Then he hits a top rope superplex. Then he locks in the brutalizer, and Yuta tapped out like a drunk man. Freaking jobber he is, anyway. So yeah, didn't even break a sweat. Pac did. That's it. I'm like, pfft. I guess after that long promo from Regal, they had to fill some time. So filler match. So we get that. It's what it is. All right. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Nothing great. Nothing to see here. That's it. All right. After that, we get to we go to the back. We have the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson with Adam Cole, baby, and Red Dragon, or the Undisputed Era, and the Bucks, if you will. Kyle O'Reilly, Auto Parts, and Bobby Fishsticks there. And, the cameraman, the stooge Brandon, of course. Cole talks about the 6-man tag team match next week, and he picks Red Dragon, obviously, the team. He says they like to party, so they teased that he was going to pick the Bucks. But then, he picks Red Dragon. That doesn't sit well with the Bucks. And then the Bucks and Red Dragon were arguing. It's like, hey, we could have won the belts because of you. Stuff like that. So Cole tries to keep the peace and he picks Red Dragon. Then he leaves. And then Brandon Cutler says, hey, I want to pick you guys. And then Matt's like, shut up, Brandon. And then Cole's like, I heard that. They just beat the crap out of Brandon, please. He's a fucking stooge. Bailey has he never, I mean, does he even wrestle anymore? He's just the cameraman now and a stooge. And basically the editor of BT and the creator of BT with the Bucks, of course. So, and Kenny, and the rest of the elite. He's just a stooge. He's an idiot. But I digress. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. We'll move on from there. All right, we stay in the back with FTR this time. Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood with Tully Blanchard there. They talk about how much they want to get their hands on the Bucks and Red Dragon. And I think it was Dax Harwood was talking about his little baby girl wants to go, play with his little baby girl and stuff like that. And Tully's like, hey, no, we came here to win the tag team belts. Let's focus on the tag team belts. So him and Tully and Dax go at it. Like Dax just grabbed 63-year-old Tully Blanchard, was about to freaking kill him. And then Cash Wheeler's like trying to be peacemaker. And he says, you know what, Tully? You're fired. So basically, they broke up the Inner Circle, they reformed it to the Jericho Appreciation Society, and also they broke up the entire Pinnacle. Basically, they did. I mean, Waldo's gone. Now, FTR is basically by themselves now. And really showing Spears, and So kind of broke up the Pinnacle, but it is what it is. So, that's that. Alright. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars as well. Then we go to probably the segment of the night, which got over 1 million hits on YouTube, by the way. The emergency board meeting for AFHO. Matt Hardy doesn't like Andrade trying to kick him out. He founded the team, and he says Private Party will never has my back. They'll never vote me no. Then they're like this, and then he's talking and stuff like that. Andrade votes no, Matt votes yes, Jose votes no, Private Party like this, and they go, the good old Batista, circa, what year was that? When he had to choose what title to go for. I think when he won the Royal Rumble, I forget. No, remember when Bischoff ran Raw and Stephanie ran SmackDown? They were competing for Batista. And then Batista was picking SmackDown, and Eric Bischoff was like, oh, no. And then Ric Flair and Triple H, who had the belt at the time, they're like, yeah! And then Batista's like, yeah, I'm going to SmackDown. Nope. Then he beat the crap out of Ric Flair and Triple H. And then he won the belt from Triple H. I think that was in the Hell in a Cell match. But it is what it is. All right. So they start beating down Andrade. Not Andrade. They started beating down Matt Hardy, like 5-on-1. The Butcher and the Blade were there, of course, too. They start beating him down. Then Darby and Sting come out. They tried, basically a 6-on-3. And then, the beating up Darby and Sting. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, who's going to come out now? Is it going to be Jeff Hardy? Well, on cue. Jeff Hardy, dude! The crowd went nuts. It was just amazing. I mean, did you hear that pop that he had? That was probably an epic pop. One probably, just freaking epic. And I liked how they used the Hardy Boys theme from the original theme from Jeff, but before he used No More Words, he used the Hardy Boys theme. So, and it wasn't copyrighted by WWE, because they had it and then they lost it. So Tony Khan's like, I'm taking it. It's good. All right, so he comes out for the save. They beat everybody down. Matt Hardy gives the Blade the twist of fate, and then Jeff Hardy goes up top, hits the swanton, and everybody's happy. The crowd's going nuts. Chaos like, Jeffrey Nito Hardy is in AEW. That's a good call there, JR. But we get that, and then Matt hugs Jeff. We have the reunion of the Hardys, and then Darby's like, that's my idol. And then they have a stare down with Sting and Darby, which I would love to see that match. The Hardys versus Sting and Darby. I think that'd be a great match. But we got the final run of the Hardys. coming up. So this is it for the Hardys. After this, they're done. So we'll see what happens with all that. So I gave that segment 4 out of 5 stars. Like I said, segment of the night. Jeff Hardy. Like I mentioned before, I did a reaction video to it. Check it out. About a video or so ago. And that's pretty much it. Great pop from the crowd. And we'll see what happens with that. So like I said, 4 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on from there. Alright, then we go to the back with Tony Baloney and Prince Idol's cousin, Isaiah Swerve Strickland, or Swerve, Swerve Strickland, Scott Strickland, whatever you want to call him. He's talking about, he's like, hey, Tony, great to see you. And then Tony Nese comes in and challenges to a match on Rampage, because they have a history on Friday nights. That means SmackDown? But it is what it is. So we're going to get that tomorrow night on the program and Rampage. I already know the spoilers, so I'm not going to tell you. I don't need to tell you. You can look them up for yourself. But I don't think, I will spoil it, but, Swerve's not going to lose his AEW debut. Just come on. And whose house is it? Swerve's house. That's it. I wonder what music he's going to use. He said he wasn't going to use Ain't Nobody anymore. That sucks. It is what it is. Alright, so I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the ring. We have Wardlow in the ring, and Tony Schiavone just raced to the ring somehow. Or teleported to the ring. I mean, he's just legendary, so he do what he wants. So Wardlow says he spent a lot of his life trying to make MJF's life a living hell. Blah, blah, blah. He talks about his life. He grew up very poor. He had to watch his mother work hard to raise himself and his sisters. He took MJF's money to build a better life for his family, and he used it as a foot in the door. And he's very thankful to MJF for the start, but one day money isn't enough to let MJF treat him so bad. He says he's still under contract with MJF, but he doesn't care, because now he's a free man. So basically the Pinnacle is done, you know what I mean? He says he's no longer MJF's bodyguard, no longer part of the Pinnacle, and he hopes that MJF will let him out of his contract, and they can go their separate ways. And all that matters is he wins the TNT title next week, and then the world title. And from now on, AEW is Wardlow's world. So we'll see what happens with that. Next week, he faces the TNT champion, either Sammy Guevara or Scorpio Sky. Obviously, you'd think he's gonna win, but MJF can sneak in and screw him. Not like that, but it is what it is. All right, so I gave that as well. I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the back with Alex Marvez and Keith Lee. He's limitless. Keith Lee's there with Tony Schiavone. Well, not Tony. I'll say Alex Marvez, and then QT Marshall comes in saying, "We have a shared enemy in Team Taz." He's feuding with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Will Hobbs. So QT Marshall says, and the factory have his back, and Lee's like, well, I got a pretty big back. And then he basically leaves, and Marshall's not really happy with that. So on Rampage, Keith Lee's gonna take on QT Marshall. Sucks to be you there, QT Marshall. You lose the hook on the buy-in, and now you're gonna get squashed by Keith Lee. Sucks to be you. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the AEW Tag Team titles. We got Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Man Jack Perry with Chris Gunn at ringside. They take on the Acclaimed, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. And Caster's rapping about how much of a loser Jungle Boy is, and says something about he hasn't grown his pubes yet or something like that. That's weird stuff. It was an okay match. Pretty good match. Not great, but it is what it is. They went back and forth. Springboard is broken up. Then they hit the mic drop on Jungle Boy. Almost won the belts. Then we get a combination powerbomb for a near fall on Jungle Boy. Luchasaurus comes in, takes Caster outside. Jungle Boy then small packages Bowens for a near fall. Luchasaurus adds a headbutt. Then Jungle Boy goes up top. They hit the Doomsday Device on Anthony Bowens, and then the tail whip just for good measure. 1, 2, 3. They retain the belts in about 9.5 minutes. Match was alright. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say about that. Let me move on. Alright. Then we get a video with Smart Mark Sterling, Lauren's favorite person in the whole wide world, and the TBS Women's Champion, that bitch, Jade Cargill. I don't know what that is, but got a notification, but it is what it is. Alright, so we got Jade Cargill wanting to know who's going to step up and be her 30th victim. So, open challenge. I wonder who walks through the door. Could it be Athena? Could it be Ember Moon? Could it be Tegan Nox? I don't want to be Tegan Nox. I think it's going to be Ember Moon. But Anna Jay said on Twitter that she wants to be next, but I why? She already lost to her once. You want to lose to her again? Well, go ahead. But it is what it is. I don't know who's going to be Jade Cargill at this point. Probably nobody. But it is what it is. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to our next match. Leyla Hirsch and Thunder Rosa. Yay! Not Thunder Rosa, of course. The winner is this is a AEW women's title elimination match. The winner gets Britt Baker next week at St. Patrick's Day Smash. They went back and forth. Pretty brutal match. You know, Leyla Hirsch getting all the heat because she's from Russia. Good wrestler, but you know, you're in hostile territory. You know, if you know what I mean. But you know, because you know how a lot of Ukrainians in the United States too. You know, just saying. By the way, the Ukrainians just like blew up a tank today, so they're kind of fighting back. So keep fighting, Ukraine. We're staying with you. We're not gonna help you, but we're gonna stay with you. Yeah. But they're thinking about more sanctions again. Talking about a no-fly zone, and Kamala Harris, goes to Poland, try to keep the peace. And then they're kind of worried that Putin's he's gonna do something bad with the nukes. He has like a whole ton of missiles and nukes. This could be a chemical warfare type thing. Ugh. This thing is gonna go on for months. Probably a year at least, maybe more than that. Who knows? But gotta give it to the President Zelensky of Ukraine. He just, he's still there, kicking ass. And those Ukrainians are not backing down from Putin. They're not. That's all I gotta say about that. So, but anyway, get back to the match. They go back and forth. There's a part of the match where Leyla was on the outside. She goes under the ring, grabs the turnbuckle, which she hit Chris Statlander with on the buy-in. Goes to hit Thunder Rosa, but Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen comes out. Well, maybe she came out from the kitchen. I don't know. She takes the thing from Leyla. She's like, no. Like, fella says. So Thunder Rosa loads up the Fire Thunder Driver. It gets reversed into a cross arm breaker. Kind of looked botched though, but she picked her up and like moved, and she flipped her over and kind of just dropped her. So a little bit of a botch into the cross arm breaker. Thunder Rosa gets to the ropes to escape. Then she hits the Fire Thunder Driver 1, 2, 3. She gets the win in almost 9 minutes. So Thunder Rosa gets another title shot. I mean, she had a title shot on at the pay-per-view. Wasn't a great match, but Britt Baker retained, and now she gets another title match next week on the program. First, so we get that. So match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Tony Baloney is doing a lot of work. Give that man a raise. He announces that Thunder Rosa's title shot next week will be contested inside a steel cage, brother. And Thunder Rosa's like, yes! And then we hear from Britt Baker, DMD, baby. Rebel and Jamie Hayter, who Jamie Hayter's going to take on Mercedes Martinez on Friday night. The good doctor laughs at the idea of Thunder Rosa getting another title shot. He's like, oh, you got the number one contender there. She runs over them. She's not happy about Thunder Rosa getting her shot because she's going to show just why she was the real winner of the Lights Out match. So this is match number 3 for them. So they're going to be in a steel cage. I don't know if it's going to get bloody, but I doubt it. You never know. But so we got that next week. So that should be pretty interesting. All right, then we get so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens next week on the program. Well, St. Patrick's Day Smash. San Antonio, Texas, where my good buddy Chase is going to be. I think he's doing a stream from there too. I think maybe before the show. I think, but I don't know. I don't know how he's going to do it. Anyway, then we get what's coming up on Rampage, and then next week on St. Patrick's Day Smash. Then we go to the main event for the TNT titles. The Spanish God Sammy Guevara taking on Scorpio Sky. So it was title versus streak, because Scorpio Sky's on a big winning streak or something like that. Anyway, so he has Ethan Page and that fat-faced dipshit Dan Lambert at ringside. Pretty good match. Starts off with a Sammy hitting some forearms to the face to Scorpio Sky. Then a dropkick sends Sky on the outside. And Sammy's like he's kind of nuts. He grabs a table, sets it up at ringside. Then Sammy knocked him into the table, put him on the table. Then he goes up top. He's like, I'm crazy. And then he tries to put him through the table. He goes for the 630, and he goes for it as he's jumping. You see Scorpio Sky just move out of the way. Sammy does the 630 right through the table, completely obliterated the table and himself. I mean, just exploded on impact. And Jerry's like, oh my god. He's in a lot of trouble. His girlfriend, Ty Conti, comes out and checks on her, her sweetheart. Are you okay, baby? And then Sammy gets looked at by the doctor. And then we go to break. We come back. Sammy's like lower back and ribs are all probably fucked up. He has tape around it and stuff. So Scorpio Sky kind of took advantage of this. Ty Conti, he got knocked to the outside again. Ty Conti checks on him. Then she runs into Paige Van Zant, who was at ringside with her husband. Look at that. So then Scorpio Sky basically kind of beat the crap out of Sammy, but Sammy fought back, starts chopping away, setting up a top rope Gilmore cutter, bang, for a near fall. Scorpio Sky goes for the TKO, gets broken up, and Sammy hits the Go to Hell, the GTH. It looked like he was about to retain the title, but Scorpio Sky got knocked to the apron. But instead of covering him, Sammy loads up the Shooting Star Press, only hits and he got the knees. And then Ethan Page causes a distraction, so then Ty Conti goes after him. And then Paige Van Zant comes over the barricade, knocks her from behind, and then throws her into the steps, like face first. So that distraction led Scorpio Sky to hit Sammy with the TKO. 1, 2, 3. We have a new TNT champion, a unified TNT champion in Scorpio Sky. He finally won the big one. Couldn't do it when he won the Face of the Revolution last year. Couldn't beat Cody. But, ever since then, he has a shirt out that says 365 on it. So it's been about a year since he, got a title shot. Now he gets the title, and it's the first person in AEW history to win the tag team belts and the TNT title. That's pretty good. But still, pretty damn good match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Scorpio Sky hits Sammy with the title in the head. And then, Ty Conti comes in. She gets thrown right on top of Sammy. And then Paige Van Zant takes the contract that she's supposed to sign on Sunday. And she signs a contract on Ty Conti's ass. So you know Ty Conti and Paige VanZant are gonna start having a feud. So we get that, and that ends the show. So pretty okay show. I mean, the ratings weren't that great though for Dynamite. They went down from last week. I think they had last week, 969, I think it was. This week they did 945,000. It is what it is. But NXT went up this week, 600 and over 600,000 views. So NXT is getting a little bit better, and Dynamite's kind of up down, up down, up down. Like my dick in your mama's ass, but up down, up down, up down, down. No. So we get that. I don't know what Raw did. I'll do my Raw review hopefully tomorrow, or maybe Saturday. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I might just do a Raw Thoughts video. I've been doing a lot of Raw Thoughts videos just to shoot, just get it out of the way. Because like I said, I'm very busy, with my this with work and everything, so can't get the videos out all the time on time, all the time. But it is what it is. So bear with me with the reviews. So that's it. But I give you the news in real time. So that's it. All right. So I gave AEW 7 out of 10 stars. It was an okay show for a an aftermath show. And we'll see what happens next week on St. Patrick's Day Smash from San Antonio, Texas. All right. Let's read these comments, because I had a lot of comments I did not read, and I apologize for all that. And basically everybody, all my great, the great people left. That's fine. Anyway. Okay, more breaking. Well, actually, before we get to that, Lauren says, I can't wait for B-Fab versus Jade Cargill. That'd be nice. It'd be a nice little, on the mic thing, maybe. But I think Jade would just wipe the floor with her. But it would be nice to see, Swerve and B-Fab back together. I don't think they're gonna get, Ashanti, the Adonis, and Top Dollar. So I don't know if they're gonna reform Hit Row in, AEW, but you never know. Nah. But I would like to see B-Fab in AEW with Swerve. We'll see what happens with that. Lauren says, you mean Miro? Yeah, I mean, Miro. I did say Miro. Miro and CJ Perry come. CJ Perry's coming to AEW pretty soon. Well, Prince Idol says this is, I guess, breaking news. Rich Swann is coming over to AEW. Wow, that TNT title division is gonna be pretty damn stacked. But yeah, Rich Swann, can you handle it all night long? All night. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. But yeah, Rich Swann coming to AEW. That's pretty damn good. I would hope Su Yung would go to AEW, but you know where she is now? She's stuck in a prophecy with DK. DK. With my demon assassin, my demon bride, Rosemary and Jessica Havoc. Su Young's there with Crazy Steve and Black Taurus. So I don't know. Su Yung could stay in Impact, go to AEW, maybe that massive women's division. Hey, maybe her and Abaddon can team up. That'd be the scariest women's tag team I ever seen. Su Young's, oh great, she's like, she was on my top 10 list, but not anymore. But she's still hot, but it is what it is. But her and Abaddon, as a tag team, that'd be really scary. And Abaddon gets bonus points with me. You know why? Because she likes In This Moment. Bonus points there, Abaddon. Bonus points. You're not almost my favorite women's wrestler now. No, not. You're not, but, yeah, you're in there. But it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, so yeah, Rich Swann coming to AEW. That's awesome. That's gonna be cool. Alright, get that. Okay. Alright, Nick says, hit row to AEW, that would be awesome. Hey, you said my name! Okay, Mike, you're off probation. You can say, just come in and just say hi to Nick. I mean, I can't have you on. I'm about to go to bed myself. So just say bye to Nick. Bye, Nick! Okay, he says bye. So, alright, go back to the bar. Put your pants back on. I told you that before. You sick freak. Yeah, like I said, Hit Row might be coming into, AEW. That'll piss JD off a lot, as he calls him, Shit Row. It is what it is. Big mark he is. Alright, Lauren says, reminds me of Aces and Eights being brought into Impact. Okay. So we got that. Nick says, sorry I can't stay for the rest of the review. I'm about to head off to bed. Okay. Good night to Nick. It's 1 o'clock, so he's got things to do. So, good night to Nick. Thanks for coming on, as always. Alright, Lauren says, nah, hey, bye, Max. I guess Maxwell Jacob Freeman, I don't know. Lauren says, Nick, I've been calling that for months. Okay. More breaking news. We got a lot of breaking news tonight. I mean, it's great. Prince says, holy shit, massive big breaking news. And then Lauren's like, Peter, shh. Lauren says, Prince, go ahead. Prince was like, oh my god. Then they're like, say it already, god damn it. And then Lauren says, give Pete my phone number. Why do I have to give you my phone number? I'm not giving you my phone number. Prince's phone number. Oh, okay. Talk behind the scenes. Well, I can't talk now, so I'm kind of, about to go to bed, but, yeah, I'll take you, maybe take your number down, and we'll talk behind the scenes. Maybe tomorrow afternoon, like after I finish work, so probably sometime in the afternoon we'll talk. Okay? We'll get that. Okay, Lauren says, text Bubba. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't read the chat before. I apologize. I was just wanting to get the review done. Prince Idol says, Jeff Hardy owns the rights to No More Words, by the way. He will be using it soon. Okay, that's cool. And, whoop, I didn't want to do that. Hit the button by accident. I pushed the button. Lauren says, please read the chat. Prince Idol says, just calling Swerve, bro. Okay. Then the final comment, he doesn't own the rights of Shaka Khan's Ain't Nobody. Well, Shaka Khan owns that, right? So what? I don't even know what he would use. So it is what it is, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, so that's all the time I have right now. But do my thank yous, for the night. Thank you to well, I'm not going to do, the Jimmy Fallon thing, but I'm just going to say thank you to Prince Idol, thank you to Nick and Lauren for coming in, as always. The crew, of course. So, that's pretty much it. So, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to do some other things, get ready for bed, because I got to work tomorrow. Then I'm going to enjoy my weekend. And that's pretty much it. Maybe not AEW, sorry, Raw review maybe tomorrow. Probably SmackDown and Rampage will probably come on Saturday, but because I won't be around on Sunday, so hopefully get it done, everything done by Saturday. Hopefully, we'll see what happens with that. But once again, 7 out of 10 stars for AEW Dynamite this week, and we'll see what happens next week on St. Patrick's Day Smash, and tomorrow night on Rampage and SmackDown tomorrow night as well. So got all that. All right, thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your Cocoot and everything else out, too. And then, as always, if you're not down with that, me, Lauren, Nick, and the Prince, and the entire prophecy, we got 3 words for you. Well, we got something, right? All right, Lauren says goodnight, so good night, Lauren, for now. All right, so anyway, you messed up my outro. It's okay. All right, anyway, let's do it again. Take 2. So, not down with that. Me, Lauren, Nick, and Prince, and the entire prophecy. Not down with that. We got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.